Hi, I'm Mark Cullen. And you know, I like to prune my boxwood and cedars and many of my evergreens late spring rather, or early summer, after the new growth has flushed, but before it's quite finished. And I'll tell you why. It's a little bit like going to the barber and getting your hair cut and looking in the mirror and saying, you know what, another week or two as it grows in, it's going to look a lot better. So if you're pruning in late spring or summer, a plant like a boxwood or a yew or a cedar or a juniper, then over the next few weeks, the plant will just fill in a little bit more and it'll look more natural. Mind you, you might be looking for a very clipped, formal appearance, as I am with this boxwood, and that does the job very nicely almost any time of year. But make sure that you're using good quality tools. It makes such a difference. This is a great Canadian-made tool, and by the way, it's got handles that move up and down very smartly. But I always make sure that my shears or my pruners are always good and clean, good and sharp, and well lubricated. So I use a product like this. This is called KL73 lubricant, and I just put it here in the working part of the tool, both sides. How often do I do that? Well, every second time I use them, and it keeps them from getting gummed up with stuff from the plants that you're pruning, and of course it keeps them well lubricated, easy to use. Now also late spring, early summer, right through the summertime, I like to get out and deadhead my lilacs, and what I do is I prune off the finished lilac flower, like so that the plant doesn't produce seeds. If it doesn't produce seeds, then more energy goes into producing foliage and new growth for next year, and more to the point, above all, the plant is going to produce beautiful blossom buds late in the summer, early fall, that are going to produce great color come next spring, of course. A good pair of hand pruners does the job very nicely, and this particular pair is a great Mark's Choice product. I love it because it's got the double hinge, which reduces the amount of energy you need to use from your wrist by about 30%, and it comes with its own lubricating oil. It's actually a sewing machine type oil that I will use right here in the working part of the hand pruners, and it also includes a sharpener, a high carbon steel sharpener that I'll use to keep an edge on the cutting blade of the hand pruners. How often do I do that? Every time I go outdoors to do some pruning. I just take about 30 seconds to do those two things, and you know, in time it makes such a huge difference, not only to the experience of doing your pruning, but also the long-term care and wear on your hand pruners.